What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with the Wraparound. We're going to be breaking down the NHL action going down on Friday, May 16th, 2025. If you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $19 best bet, head on over to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. We've got plenty of action on the board on Friday. We're going to have a full MLB slate, this hockey game that we're going to be talking about, and some NBA playoff action between the Knicks and the Celtics. So, we're going to have a lot of action throughout the weekend as well. Make sure that you jump on, use that promo code PICK at checkout. Get 15% off your purchase. And also, we are on the hunt for 250,000 subscribers here on our YouTube channel. We appreciate each and every one of you that's helped us get to where we are today. If you haven't already subscribed, please make sure you do so. It'll help us reach that milestone. But we're here to talk about Game 6 between the Maple Leafs and the Panthers. I might go on a little bit of a tangent here. I might go on a little bit of a couple-minute rant. So, that's if you're here for it, you're here for some of the narrative. You're here to hear me go on a soapbox a little bit. Well, kick back, get your popcorn, and we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to have a pick for Game 6 for you guys, especially after that debacle that was Game 5. Well, depending on what side you were on. But either way, here it is. You guys know the drill. You ready? I'm ready. Let's get into it. Like I alluded to in the intro, the lone game on Friday comes to us from Amerant Bank Arena. It's Game 6 between the Florida Panthers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Florida taking the 3-2 series lead with their third straight win, 6-1 over Toronto in Game 5. And let's face it, it was 6-0 before Nick Robertson scored with just over a minute to go. Now, from the perspective of a Maple Leafs fan, you can look over my shoulder and see I do have some merch that, and if you watch our morning show, I throw the jersey on, and it's for the bit. But as a Maple Leafs fan, I can tell you, some people are going to say, well, Leafs are going to Leaf. And yeah, as a fan, I'll tell you, hearing that in the comments, hearing that, just in general on sports radio, hearing things like Leafs going to Leaf, it hurts. It sucks. And the effort in Game 5 from this Maple Leafs team did not seem like they cared about that. They just looked dejected. They just looked like they, for the lack of a better term, quit. They just had their heads down. The going got tough, and the Maple Leafs quit. And I am not ashamed to say that that's what it looked like in Game 5. Now, Joseph Woll is likely going to get the start here, as much as I don't want to say that because I want Anthony Stolarz back, but Craig Berube in the media availability on Friday said that starting goalie for Toronto, Anthony Stolarz, likely not going to travel with the team for Game 6. Whether that's gamesmanship, who knows? But Berube is not normally the type to do that. But again, in the playoffs with your backs against the wall, who knows? But if it is Joseph Woll, I think Woll's enough of a professional to leave that Game 5 in the rear view like a lot of these guys have to. And I understand it's hard to, not let public pressure creep in. But I think he's going to show up here. He was fantastic in Game 4 in Florida in that game that finished 2-0. It was just a couple of bad breaks that gave Florida that game. And like I said, I think Woll is going to show up, but the Leafs have to be on their A game because Sergei Bobrovsky certainly has been for the Florida Panthers. And I definitely think that playoff Bob is legit, and he almost had back-to-back shutouts. Maybe the Leafs getting that goal will give them something going forward. And to be honest, for this game, call me a homer. Call it what it is. I'm taking the Maple Leafs here, plus 1.5. I'm putting something on the money line as well because realistically, this is it. If you're the Maple Leafs, and I've said this on our morning show, I think I've said it in past wraparounds, if you're the Maple Leafs, this is your final chance, or this could be your final chance for you to prove that you're not what everybody says you are, that you are not the bit that everybody says you are. And that's what I'm hoping they do here. You can say that this is a fan pick, and sometimes it is hell. If you watch our morning show, you know that there's a lot of us that make picks because of our fandom from time to time. And this is one that I'm not going to be ashamed to say it, because I do think that this is the kind of, pardon my French, this is the kind of shit that the Leafs pull. They come out in Game 5 absolutely flat. The world turns against the Maple Leafs. And when the Florida Panthers are feeling themselves, and they're puffing their chest out and they smell blood in the water, all of a sudden the Leafs throw on the Superman cape and pull something out of their ass, and for no rhyme or reason they win the game. I've seen this happen too many times with this Leaf team to not think that that's what's going to happen here. The Panthers are playing outstanding. The Panthers have played their game in games 4 and 5 of this series, and the Leafs cannot let that happen. And I think Craig Berube is going to drill that home, that you guys got your asses kicked in game 5. There's no other way to put it. Game 4 was competitive. You were behind by a single goal for the majority of that game, but game 5, you got your asses handed to you on a silver platter. You cannot let guys like Tkachuk, Marchand, Bennett get under your skin and get in front of Joseph Woll. You have to be able to bully them a little bit. You also can't stay on the outside. You have to get inside where you cause traffic in front of Bobrovsky. That's why you guys scored as many goals as you did through the first 3 games of this series. You got traffic in front and you put your deflections away. So I will just say that, as a Maple Leafs fan, again, you can call me out on it. That's fine. I think they get it done here and at least force game 7 and give the Leafs one more chance the Leafs fans one more chance at disappointment. But I swear to God, if they pull out game 6 and then do exactly the same shit they did in game 5 in game 7, you thought jerseys on the ice were bad then? Oh boy, they're going to be even worse. But I genuinely think that we are headed for game 7. I thought that's where this was going. From the beginning of this series, I said this series was going to be a war, and I genuinely think it is. And I've said it before, if this was going to be game 7, the Leafs would have had to lose 3 times. And of course, as Leafs fans, we always think the sky is falling with this team. And the only problem is, I said this on our morning show, people forget that last year, the Panthers almost did the same thing. The Panthers choked up a 3-0 lead in the Stanley Cup Finals, let Edmonton force game 7, and almost blew it. They thankfully pulled it out for themselves. But the only thing that's different here is the narrative behind the Leafs saying, oh, Leafs are going to leave. Otherwise, it's sort of the same thing. There's nothing saying that the Leafs can't come out and win this game. So, I'm going to take a shot here. Backs against the wall. Leafs plus 1.5 and on the money line. That's it. That's all the NHL action for Friday, May 16th, 2025. Again, if you like this content, make sure you smash that thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Let me know your NHL picks in the comment section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, including my daily $19 best bet, head to pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. Remember to use the promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon.